Kia ora, hello, welcome into Cowles Stadium here in Ōtautahi, Christchurch for semi-final 2 of the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League. It is the hosts, the Mainland Pouākai, hosting the Southern Hoiho. What a season it has been in terms of unpredictability. Nick Bewley here with Adam Morgan alongside. Greetings to you, Adam. We were just talking off air about this first semi-final, 1 seed versus 4. The Tokomanawa Queens go down to the Tauranga Whai. Eerily similar circumstances to this time last year, where the Pouākai were the number 1 seeds and were beaten in the semi-finals of this gym. It's a bit of a rhetorical question, but just how good is this league?
Oh, unreal. I mean, we have, I think, 8 of the top 20 scorers in this game. We had no idea who was going to be the 1 seed, who was going to be the 4 seed. We didn't even, last week, I think we shook hands, said Happy New Year, I'll see you for Sal's NBL. No, we're back here with potentially a final here in a week's time. So the unpredictability and excitement that this league provides is just an absolute blessing for us in this holiday season here, Nick.
Certainly is, and these two teams with a bit of history on the line in season 4 of Tauihi. Neither the Mainland Pouākai or Southern Hoiho have ever been in the big dance. They've been in semi-finals before. As mentioned, the Pouākai have been there twice, 2022 in season 1, last year 2024, both occasions losing to the Queens. And the Hoiho, they were there in 2023, they too losing to the Queens, who are tuning in this afternoon thinking, what on earth just happened yesterday? There's the table, which just again exemplifies how tight it was in terms of our top 4 teams, the Queens, Pouākai, Hoiho and the Whai. And as you mentioned, Adam, whoever wins today, the little carrot dangling there too of a home final, either here at Cowles next week or down at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin.
Yeah, we're quite lucky here on the South Island, I guess. You're going to get a final either way. A bit of pride here for it. And as you alluded to, I think both teams happy to see the Queens are not the team that is in, since they've been the eliminator for them in the past. So, yeah, we're in for a good one here, Nick.
We certainly are. The Southern Hoiho, very consistent throughout the course of the season. The real collective sum of parts in terms of their starting 5, and then they've got Lil Dart, the pocket rocket, to come off the bench as well. But Simmons, Pizzi, Edwards, Jacobs and Paige Bradley steering the ship from the point guard position. They're coached by Todd Marshall, who caught up with Adam a short time ago.
I'm here with Coach Todd Marshall. Coach, Hoiho being in a semi-final, what are you looking for from your team tonight to get up over this Pouākai team?
We just have to play our type of basketball. Well, we've got to try and pose our type of basketball on the Pouākai. So that's what we're trying to achieve. We've done a lot of good work to get here, and so the team's just going to go out there and see if we can do what we do and do it well.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell you guys have built a great culture. It's a really good team coming in. On the flip side, you have Marina Whittle. What is the keys to stopping her tonight?
We've got some assignments and things we're trying to achieve with Marina, but there's a lot of shooters on this team, so while it's an individual assignment, the whole team's got to be on board with this. So we've got some things in place. We're just going to see whether we can make them work or not. She's a tough cover. Yeah,
absolutely. Sounds like it's going to be a great game. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
The Mainland Pouākai, the hosts, and interestingly, Adam, a change to their starting 5. Bree Hall stays. Marina Whittle, who did miss a couple of games last month through injury. She came back last week against the Kahu. She's now back injected into the starting 5, which means the captain, McKenna Dale, will come off the bench. Still no Abigail Fogg, still no Ezra McGoldrick, so perhaps Coach Stojkovic there just looking at options at the 5 spot. Let's get you to the interview with the Pouākai, and it was Marina Whittle a short time ago who caught up with Adam.
I'm here with Marina Whittle, the Mainland Pouākai. Marina, fresh off an All-Star 5 award, the hype of the starting lineups. How are we feeling tonight? Any shout-outs you want to give for getting that award?
Yeah, it was huge. It's been an awesome season. Obviously, I've loved playing in front of our home fans. Everyone's been awesome. Community's been great. Great team, great 5, great 12, great squad.
Yeah, absolutely. Keys going into tonight that you guys want to do to slow down this Hoiho team?
Yeah, that's it. Just try and slow them down in transition, try and take care of their bigs, and try and move the ball on offense.
Yeah, easy. Hey, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey, simple basketball. Let's go.
Entertaining as always. Marina Whittle, let's take a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Adam, look, what stands out for you in wing scoring, point guard? There's so many key matchups that are going to have a big say in determining the outcome here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's almost two different styles too. Hoiho love to kind of play the high-low, get the ball inside, outside, hit you on the glass. Meanwhile, I think the Pouākai are really well. They're starting to find their identity of stretching you both vertically and horizontally across the floor with their shooting and speed. So I think we're in for a really good matchup of two contrasting styles too.
Get involved in our Good Health Mix and Pick poll. A lot of love for the host, the Pouākai. The Hoiho have won the last two, really close last time out just a couple of weeks ago, 99-94 down there in Dunedin, and then a blowout each. Way back in round one, the Pouākai put, what was it, 121 points on the Hoiho, and then the Hoiho registered 100 points and a 30-odd point win for their own. So I think overall, when it's all added up, it's like a +3 for the 3 games between these two teams. Yeah, strange in terms of the first 2 blowouts, but I feel like what we saw last week, a couple of weeks ago, is perhaps what we might see again tonight. Although in saying that, we had Lillian Dart shoot the lights out, Taylor Mikesell shoot the lights out. So what are you looking for in this first 5 minutes of the first quarter that shows, okay, we're going to be in for something here?
Yeah, well, then it might be to contradict you. It might not be about those first 5 minutes based on yesterday's game. It's kind of, I think for the Pouākai, can they be resilient, staying disciplined, being consistent with their coverages, their box outs and everything? Because this Hoiho team will wear you down on the glass. For the Hoiho, it's about kind of not getting flustered. If, the Pouākai hit a couple threes, just staying with their system and kind of keep trusting that.
The Pouākai in there. Navy blue, sky blue for the Hoiho. And our ball presenter here this afternoon, Lola Creek from Marshland School here in Christchurch. 10 years of age, and coincidentally, I believe her favourite player is Charlotte Whitaker, who's going to tip things up this afternoon along with Jessie Edwards. As mentioned, history on the line. Neither of these two teams from Te Waipounamu, the South Island, have made it into a Tauihi final. That'll change one way or another this afternoon as the Hoiho have first possession. Bradley up high. 14 assists a fortnight ago when these two teams last met. Claire Jacobs late in the shot clock this and kisses it off the glass. Better offense. It was good defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think really good job exploring through the shot clock. Let's see what Pouākai tried to do here.
Whittle looking to use her strength. Little fade away from closest range. Get that one to go. The league's leading scorer, averaging just over 20 points a game. Here is Edwards. Likes this matchup on Bree Hall. The American does well, but a bit of contact there on the second attempt on the way up, says our Bartercard official Callum Welch, and an early trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 3 throws.
Yeah, just kind of really sped down the floor, beat her, got some positioning. Bree Hall, one of the league's best defenders, but just tough to kind of work out of that when the other person beats you down there.
Yeah, 4th consecutive start for Bree Hall since those injuries and a bit of unavailability started to occur at the back end of the season for the Pouākai. He's going through her stats. 6 steals last week against the Kahu. You mentioned her defensive activity, and perhaps that's why she's got the nod to stay in the team, in the starting 5, I should say, over McKenna Duh.
Yeah, I think a combination. He likes that intensity. We know he loves running his quick subs. And McKenna Dale's kind of that Swiss Army knife. She can play the 5. I think she can play the 1. So it's kind of whatever they need off the bench, Alex can kind of plug her into that.
Here is Bree Hall now. WNBA pedigree, of course. Charlotte Whitaker, another who's injected into the starting 5 late. Whitaker doesn't mind it from downtown or halfway down. Rattles around, tied it up by Rebecca Pizzi.
Pouākai throwing that ball high post, trying to get a switch on that kind of guard-to-guard back screen and get some favorable matchups for Whittle there.
Oh, that was a lovely find by Pizzi to Jacobs, who just couldn't finish with the baseline cut.
Great back door.
Mikesell quick. Catch and release. And last touch by Whitaker.
Something that made a big difference in that last game down in Dunedin there would have been Whitaker on the glass. I know they didn't quite make the comeback happen, but her ability to kind of create second, third chance opportunities, something for Hoiho to navigate today.
Yeah, double-double a fortnight ago for Charlotte Whitaker against the Hoiho, 15 and 10. Big task for her this afternoon as Bradley Pump fake, drive with the left. Help defence there by Whittaker. Here is Whittle, downhill. Crossover action, Marina Whittle.
Good job by Bradley, just staying vertical there.
Crashing to the floor goes Jaeger. Bradley can't make the three. Pinballs around. And now here come the Pouākai with pace. Mike Shell. Bree Hall and Mike Shell not quite on the same page there and now locked up.
Yeah, just a little, held on that ball a little long. Didn't quite hit Bree Hall when she had that advantage.
And so a slightly shaky start here from the hosts. And nothing of the kind for Claire Jacobs. Cleared for takeoff, 7-0, Hoiho.
I like the jab step by Jacobs, knows that Whittaker has to respect the speed and just opens her up for that.
Mike Shell from the elbow, back of the iron. Great work, Whittaker. He's dominated on the offensive glass the last couple of weeks. The local as Whittle. Physicality, Pizzy. Strong drive there by the league's leading scorer. Blocking foul, says Callum Welch, and free throws forthcoming here for Marina Whittle.
Yeah, good job by Whittle, just not settling, put some heat on the rim. Get something to tick that score over for them here, maybe.
First points of the afternoon for the Pouākai. Just as you mentioned, Adam, those quick substitutes from Coach Stojkovic all season long into the game. Comes Emma Rogers. Captain McKenna Dale about to check in as well. Emma Rogers named Youth Player of the Year for season 2025. Most improved, I believe, as well. And Rapid League MVP. What a season.
I think an assistant coach actually had to walk to half and help her carry some of those the hardware back with her. So Rogers, a phenomenal season following Coach Stojkovic down here. And I'm sure she does not regret that, seeing the progression she's had in her development.
Here's Jacobs again, staying hot, staying aggressive, and gets the shooter's roll. That's going to count. Claire Jacobs, 7 of the Hoihos, 9 points, and an 1 opportunity.
Hoiho making good, quick decisions here, and it's tough for that Pouākai team to just keep getting into their coverage off of it. If it's not there, they're just on to the next each time.
Well, Claire Jacobs was the one shining light all the way back in round 1. Had a season-high 27 points and what was a very comfortable Pouākai win in the end. When I was going through the pre-game stats, every one of the Hoiho starting 5 and Lillian Dart have had a 20-point game this season. So that really goes to show they're not over-reliant on one, and that makes the defensive assignment even trickier for the Pouākai this afternoon.
Yeah, they have, I believe, not one girl in the top 5 is scoring, but 5 girls in the top 20. So speaks to kind of the variety they have there. Oh, nice cut and find.
Work by Mike Shell. Dale making an immediate impact off the pine.
Yeah, Dale doing Dale things.
Simmons now on the smaller Rogers, who does well. And there is Charlotte Whittaker tidying up on the glass. Little burst this from the Pouākai. Mike Shell. Oh, got a piece of it, Pizzy. Closeout. Here they come. Pinpoint pass, Bradley. Great identification there, Paige Bradley.
Yeah, just getting that ball down the floor, kind of running that middle lane and trans has been so far successful for these girls in the light blue uniform.
Go to Whittaker now. 11 of 4. Advantage. Hoiho early doors. Lovely curling cut there, Bree Hall.
I like that adjustment by Pouākai. The back screen splits wasn't really working, so they just go to the corner and get the zoom.
Oh, how about that? Yeah. The no-looker from the Texan, Paige Bradley.
I don't think Coach Stojkovic is going to be very pleased with this transition defense to start.
Her second assist in a matter of minutes. Dale, double team comes. Someone's open, it was Hall. Took an age to get to her. Doesn't matter. First 3 ball of the afternoon to go down for the Pouākai. But here come the Hoiho again, not letting the Pouākai settle. And they're having a field day.
Yeah, they're kind of just finding that secondary transition. Not quite a fast break, but they're just real quick scores here.
Whitaker strong with the left. As advertised thus far between the two teams from the south. Jacobs busy with 2-man action and slap on the wrist there of Rebecca Pizzi as she went up. The foul's going to go on Taylor Mikesell. And free throws coming up here at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Of course, the Sal's NBL coming up next year, and membership weekend, that all expires at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Scan that QR code to find out about your team's exclusive offer. So if you're a Canterbury Rams fan, Otago Nuggets, any team in the Sal's NBL, scan that QR code. That exclusive offer comes out Monday at 9 o'clock. Looking forward to season 2026 of the Sal's NBL. It's Pizzi splits the free throws. Where the Pouākai turn to here. Dale heavily involved since her injection off the bench. Hall mid-range. Online, but just a little too much on it. Lillian Dart into the game as well for the Hoiho. Zoe Richards not far away as well as Simmons. A little away to the right. Jaeger back in. So crafty. The great hands from Paige Bradley. And I believe that's last come off the thigh of Jaeger. In fact, no, they're going to say it was last touched by the Hoiho.
Pizzi getting a well-deserved rest here as Zoe Richards checks in. Kind of replacing one really good hustle play with another here for Coach Todd.
Whittle, crafty.
Crafty, spot on. Playing off two, just a little up and under, but she makes it look pretty.
All-Star 5, without question. League's leading scorer, and again, these passes are just so precise. That time from Dart.
The Hoiho are just punishing every switch. They get a smaller on them, and they're making sure they move the ball around until they can find that kind of the right passing lane or arc to get it into that high hand.
Whittle.
Speaking of high hands.
That's her spot, isn't it? Right in front of the Pouākai bench.
Need ones on that closeout when you got Whittle there.
A Whittle logo here at Cowles. And all of a sudden it's a one-possession game after that initial flurry 7-0 lead. That is a lady you don't want to leave wide open. Lil Dart.
Yep.
They've missed their assignment there, sorry Adam.
Back-to-back scout breakdown. Nope, you said it right on.
(21-19), all of a sudden we've got a shootout here at Cowles. Similar to what we had a fortnight ago in Dunedin. On that occasion, Lillian Dart, 8 3-pointers. Mikesell with 7. And Taylor Simmons into the action. It's all happening.
The lids have fallen off both baskets, and we are underway now.
Dale, Whittle, this time rebounded by Dale. Right place, right time. Puts it up and in for 2. What a first quarter it's been. Both teams on track for 100 here. Edwards all alone. Pouākai won't mind that necessarily, but everything is falling.
It is full go playoff basketball here in Cowles Stadium. 92nd in the first quarter. This thing seems to be flying by. Another? Ooh, not quite.
Dale now from downtown. The Hoiho shooting at 60% from the field and from 3-point range. A hot start from the Southerners. Simmons, aggressive, short on that occasion. Pouākai with it.
Both teams doing a really good job of like spitting that ball out, attack a long closeout, get to that next action, and I think it's just real tough for both teams to defend with the pace that we're playing at. I guess the question is, do we think they can sustain this pace throughout the whole game?
26-21. Welcome to our people tuning in via FIBA YouTube channel, ESPN over in the United States, and TikTok as well, as Taylor Mikeshell strong along the baseline. Back to a one-possession game late in the first. Eva Langton in now for the Hoiho. Taylor Simmons, very strong first quarter, but that's a travel. Marina Whittle, fourth official out there. The basket does not count. And this has just been frenetic, hasn't it, Adam? End to end.
Both teams seem to be able to rip baseline on closeouts too, and it's just kind of opening up the offense for both teams. We're seeing some great shots too, so see if they close that off, even though I'm enjoying the high offensive flurry. Speaking of.
There's Whittle again. And a whistle. And a foul. I think that one's going to go on.
Little things like that. You see Jaeger just telling Whittle, hey, they're downing you with that coverage right there. Look for that kick out. Whittle being the great teammate, she said, hey, I got you now. So she knows where that double team is coming when they do go inside to her.
Foul's on Bradley. It's her first, and she's going to have a little breather late in the first, which brings Sammy Gallagher into the play. Claire Jacobs back in as well for Taylor Simmons. Jaeger. A lot of defensive activity off the ball. Langton all over McKenna Dale there. Rogers open.
Good extra.
Tied game. Shot clock off. What a first quarter we've had. There is Lil Dart. Gets the switch. Gallagher, the vet, trying to make something happen. Does draw the foul. A wry smile. But free throws coming here for Sammy G.
Good heads up by her, just putting her head down, seeing if you can make something happen. You never know.
Sorting the clock here in the stadium. Definitely free throws coming up. Just see how much time was left. It was literally within a second that the shot attempt and foul went up. We'll have a slight delay here as we get things sorted, but that gives us some time to look at some of these shooting splits. Starting with the visitors, the Hoiho. 10 of 17 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. Three-point area. The Pouākai have responded after that pretty cold start, Adam. 10 of 21, 47%, and 4 for 8 from distance, 50%. It has been.
Shows you how much the three ball can make a difference too, when it's dropping, when it's not dropping. Right now for both teams, it's starting to go. So it's one of those things you kind of have to manage too. Like, you've seen teams come out, the three ball's not falling, they just keep settling. That's how you get behind. But earlier, before Whittle scored, that her just putting her head down to get to the line and get those first 2 free throws. It's little things like that that make a difference in your team's ability to start scoring in kind of high-pressure games.
It does say 5 seconds there on the stadium clock, I can tell you. Just unable to get 1 second put back up there. Oh, there it is. Gallagher misses the first, makes the second. It's a little bit of time here for a Hail Mary from Whittle from the half court. That wouldn't have counted. And that'll do it for a very entertaining first 10 minutes. By the barest of margins, the Hoiho lead the second semi-final 27-26. And a further welcome to our audience on TikTok. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. We certainly are. Nick Bewley, Adam Morgan here. Just a quick thought for you before we really dive into the statistics with our Sky Sport friends. Man, the shooting splits incredible. And Pouākai have done well to get to that level that the Hoiho started with.
Yeah, and they're professionals for a reason, right? They train year-round to be able to put the ball in the basket, as simple as that sounds. But because these teams are locked into their system, they know the shots they want, they know where the other team's going to allow those shots, so they think they can attack. So both coaches put together a great game plan for us to come out firing for a great first quarter of a semifinal.
Yeah, Claire Jacobs, super impressive as well as we get our printed off box scores here. We're very well, should put it this way around, very well served by the great people here at Cowles. But Claire Jacobs, I was just mentioning, there's 3 of 4, 7 points, excuse me, for her, but a real collective effort too as we look to rejoin our friends on the television broadcast. Well, what an epic first quarter we've had of the second semi-final between the Pouākai and the Hoiho, just as epic. Any large pizza it sells with that online code, Playoffs 25. Scan the QR code there and treat yourself. What are you made of it, Adam? It has been, I know I use the term as advertised quite a lot, but it has been spectacular. 27-26. Hoiho came out, laid the first couple of punches, but the way the Pouākai have come roaring back, and Bree Hall, we talked about her in the pre-game, 8 points, a big impact, as has Marina Whittle.
Yeah, I mean, for Bree Hall, being a former 2-time NCAA champion with the South Carolina Gamecocks, you'd expect her to be very comfortable in a setting like this. But one of the things I think we alluded to, the pace of what's going on in this game right now, looking down, Hoiho were able to get 9 players kind of through their rotation there. Meanwhile, I think the Pouākai are well, they're known for those quick subs and getting goals in and out. They are only 7 deep at this moment, so be interesting to see how that kind of goes as the game unwinds here. Oh, beautiful take.
Free throws now coming up here for Bree Hall.
Pouākai doing a good job to find drives out of this left corner, kind of getting their target players on their right hand. Whether it's that zoom action or kind of just throwing and going into something. It's allowing them to kind of get downhill, and the Hoiho haven't quite shut that faucet off yet on them.
One stat that's just jumped off the page for me too in that first quarter, just the 1 turnover total for the two teams. That is incredibly efficient in terms of their looking after the basketball. 9 assists to the 1 turnover for the Hoiho. 7 assists, 0 turnovers for the Pouākai. That has been at a high level. Long may it continue.
I'll say it this time, as advertised.
And physical too, as Rogers hits the floor. Dart playing in tandem with Paige Bradley at the moment is Zoe Richards. That looks online, never looked like missing. Big bucket that off the bench for Richards.
Yeah, Hoiho showing their kind of depth that they have. That's awesome for them. Oh, Richards making plays left and right, getting that hand on the hard show.
2-on-1 here. Dart wanted it earlier, and bit of a veteran play there, just rifling it into the core of McKenna Dale. So the Hoiho will maintain possession.
Yeah, Pouākai lucky to come away with, well, at least not a basket yet.
There's Jacobs looking for help. Bradley getting some space.
Ooh.
Too heavy with the left. Whittle downhill. Coast to coast. Strong finish.
Very strong.
Two-point game. Hoiho coach Marshall, plenty of faith in the rotation. Richards, Langton, and Dart off the bench here at the moment for the Hoiho.
Notice they're trying to put Rogers in a lot of these actions. Talking to some of that Hoiho staff, they thought she was someone they could really go at, get some switches and get some mismatches. So we'll see how she holds up as she picks up her second foul there.
And she's going to come out for Morgan Yeager. Jessie Edwards back in for Eva Langton as well. And a chess match between these two coaches, Stojkovic and Marshall, to get their teams to a first ever Tauihi Grand Final. Whittle. Dale in the corner. Money from McKenna.
Whittle playing off 2 feet, able to kind of pivot, find a kick out as opposed to being committed to an unbalanced finish. So good fundamentals.
And a first lead of the afternoon for the Mainland Pouākai. 31-30 early in the second. Great work from Hall to stay in front of Paige Bradley. Dart, oh, the closeout from Dale, getting it done at both ends. The noise here at Cowles after that play. It's Whitaker and Richards, two ladies who are known for hitting the floor.
Yeah, probably two of your best offensive rebounders or hustle players just getting after it. So we have playoff basketball fully underway here. Uh-oh. Oh, Pouākai talking to the refs, almost didn't have anyone back, but they get there.
There's Dart, just had a little bit of separation there, the Aussie. And they're gonna say that's a foul on Whitaker. And might be into, not quite, shots.
Whitaker's second.
Second, excuse me, yeah, for Whitaker.
Stojkovic wants to talk about it.
And a timeout called by the Pouākai coach. The host lead by 1. What do you feel like, someone who's plenty of coaching out of Morgan, what do you feel like the message would be there? Why call a timeout right now, in your mind?
I think you get Whitaker on her second, Rogers on your second. That's kind of the two subs you maybe are without going down the stretch. So is it you put Dale or Whittle at the 5, and it's just what do you want to run moving forward, knowing you probably without Whitaker as your 5-man for a little bit. With that, there's some advantages, though. Like, you can put the Hoiho's bigs out into space, make them defend kind of off the dribble. Dale, we know, is excellent in attacking those long closeouts. If you're Hoiho, I think it's just talking about now they're even smaller without Whitaker out there. Let's hit the glass. Let's make sure we are just winning the possession battle.
Yeah, it's been an interesting matchup. Pretty much fit, parity on the rebounding for now. The Pouākai 14, Hoiho with 12. We've seen how effective the Pouākai can be in terms of creating second chance, third chance opportunities in season 2025. Lead the league in rebounding. Bradley again.
High-low. Pizzi's doing a really good job of holding the positioning too. Like, not do that she only get the switch off the actions, but actually holding that position so she has layups when she catches.
Here is Marina Whittle now. Extra pass. Oh, great work from Pizzi. Using her length and width and transition. How about the offensive rebound from Paige Bradley, of all players?
Yeah, great job kind of chasing up.
Dart now. Good work there from Jaeger. Got a hand in.
It's kind of the second time Pouākai have done a really good job of getting back. I know the layup is maybe missed, but at least putting some presence there. So making Hoiho think twice. Saved 2 fast break baskets so far.
I believe that might have been the first turnover, if not the second, for the Pouākai of the game. Squeaky clean up until last couple is Lillian Dart. They're going to say it's a foul. They're going to say it's a foul in the act of shooting. 3 free throws coming up here. It was late in the clock. Bartercard official Callum Welch had a very good view of it. We'll get the opportunity for a second look here. Right on the Cowles logo. Morgan Jaeger flummoxed. But it's not going to matter. She needs to park it and move on as Lillian Dart heads to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 3.
Yeah, Coach Stojkovic saying, Morgan, let's go, next play. All your years of announcing, you ever seen a ref be like, hey, I think you might be right. Let me change that call. No point in arguing it.
Perhaps the basketball gods at play there for Morgan Jaeger. Dart who, again, in doing preparation for this semi-final, just an elite shooter. You know, they say the 50-40-90 splits, Adam, in terms of field goal, 3-point range, free throw. 50% from a field goal, 51% from 3, and 93% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe from free throw land. No wonder.
So it's a 50-50-90 club.
It's a 50-50-90, yeah.
That might be her own club then.
The Lil Dart Club.
The Lil Dart Club. Young rising player, plays NBL 1 over in Aussie, first league season here. Talking to her before the game, she said she's loving it. Speaking of loving it, this crowd's loving a Mike Sell step back to get her going.
And of course, has the individual scoring record as well. Lillian Dart just a fortnight ago, 36 points.
Yeah, Edwards has had this mismatch down there forever, finally getting it to her. Kick out, yep.
Beautiful, got that paint touch. Open in the corner.
Edwards did a good job of getting in and out of the paint too, so she didn't get that 3-second call. Paul did a good job on 2 feet. Can't get the bounce.
Bradley putting on the Jets. It's around Jaeger, but then wayward, uncharacteristic Paige Bradley. There's a little dart. Checks out. Hoiho leading by 4, approaching the midpoint of the second quarter. Of course, the winner will face the Tauranga Whai after they handled business in the capital. 82-76 yesterday is Marina Whittle.
Nice action. That's that little Ricky action we talked about a few weeks ago. The flare screen back to the pin down. However, they went with the shooter and it let Whittle pop. Good play call there by Pouākai.
Claire Jacobs. Very impressed with her start. Up to 9 points. Marina Whittle leading all scorers with 12.
Yeah, Hoiho doing a really good job of balanced scoring right now when you look up at our LED light board there.
On 1 foot now. Playing a game of horse in the middle of a semi-final, Marina Whittle.
She makes it look incredibly easy, doesn't she?
It's Bradley now, and Jaeger this time. Well, she enjoyed that.
Ava Jones checking in here, providing a little bit of depth for the Pouākai.
Yeah. Love the confidence from Coach Stojkovic in a knockout game to turn to youth. Ava Jones, one of New Zealand's brightest prospects.
Yeah, you can always trust a Jones in a big game now. She doesn't have a choice.
Great switch. Bradley, though, can't get the 3. Tough from Edwards, but oh goodness me. I thought that was a proper rejection. And a bit of arm from Dale. It's up there with the league leaders in terms of blocks this season.
Everything.
Yeah.
Points, rebounds, assists. Actually, I can tell you right here. Points, not quite in the top 20, believe it or not. But rebounds, she is going to be your 6th in rebounds and 6th in assists as well. So just that very all-around player, that Swiss Army knife we kind of talked about.
So Emma Rogers coming back in here on the 2 fouls. That was Dale's first.
So it looks like Jones is going to slide it up forward. Dale goes to the 5, and they might maybe play out of some of that high splits or zoom stuff.
Yes, I know Marina Whittle, of course, on the court at the moment, so...
Yeah, there you go, that high post split.
There was ever a time where, jeepers creepers, welcome to playoff basketball, Ava Jones. There's a little chuckle.
Good for the soul. Toughen you up.
Dale gets it. There's Jaeger now eyeing up her opportunities, gets a bit of distance and makes it count. Morgan Jaeger.
Nice little size-up dribble. Good full court pressure here being applied by Jaeger and Jones. See if they can get up into Dart and get uncomfortable here.
She sort of strikes me as the player, Morgan Jaeger, that could use that foul call a few moments ago as real fuel to the fire. Almost like poking the bear, and I'm going to take it out on the Hoiho, not the officials.
Yeah. I think she'd be able to find a way to have that controlled aggression, you know. Doesn't see red, just kind of gets into her bag more so. Here you go, Jones.
Hey, but Jones with the confidence. Jones for three. Jones for three. And don't they love it?
And the crowd is going crazy here for Jones.
Why not? This game's already had it all. And a timeout call.
Oh, brilliant.
Takes the lead as well for the Pouākai. That'll be on the highlight show, unquestionably, on your Tuesday night.
Yeah. I think that's some of the beauty of having Dale at the 5, is it's going to force the floor to be a little bit more spread. There's not going to be big, so now you have your drive and your kicks, and lo and behold, Jones shooting a 3. We've heard that before somewhere.
So now the timeout here called, of course, by the Hoiho coach, Todd Marshall. It's interesting to see the subtle adjustments, the tweaks, the rotations.
Wouldn't be surprised to see the Hoiho come out here and try to get that pace going again, get that big on the rim, or see if they can get some early switches and just kind of use that size against this small ball Pouākai team here.
Yeah, we haven't seen Charlotte Whitaker since that second foul, so as you say, and Pouākai certainly going small. Dale at the 5.
Yeah, treading water, if not doing a little bit better than that, being up 3 here as we enter our last 3.5 minutes.
Here is Pizzy on Jones.
Yeah, there you go, some high-low, trying to work it inside.
Great work from Dale, staying vertical. And Pouākai get another little win. Bit of frustration between Edwards and Pizzy. They know they have the size, just unable to make the most of it.
Yeah, Dale did her work early there, I felt. Kind of lower into the body, not letting her establish like charge circle positioning, more kind of up towards the elbow. So that's the Swiss Army knife we talked about.
Mike Shao now with the moves on Simmons.
Great defense by
Locked
Simmons.
her up there, yeah. 5 on the shot clock. Jaeger, do you want this dance? Do you want this spin?
Holy.
Oh, me oh my. Goes deep into the bag, Morgan Jaeger.
Not only that, but the presence of mind to go glass off the spin.
I was dizzy just watching. Simmons now.
Nice little screen.
Late in the clock this. Pizzy puts up the prayer. And again, the Pouākai, mean business defensively.
Yeah, Hoiho just having no idea of time, or that shot clock being there. Jaeger again just ready to get on the rim. It's kind of on that shot clock. You almost look to your bench in those situations, particularly if you're in front of them in the first half, and be like, hey guys, you got to count that shot clock.
Foul was on Dart there. That's just her first. Hoiho largely out of foul trouble here is Dale. Oh, can't get the reverse to go, and then just gets a little bit excited. Put the hand in there and acknowledge, yep, committed the foul. That'll be her second. So we've got Rogers, Dale, and Whitaker on 2. And they'll roll with McKenna Dale here. In fact, that puts, yeah, we've got free throws coming up here. 2:22 to go in the half.
It's always a good offensive set to run.
Edwards can't get the first to go. There's a bit of a discrepancy in free throw attempts. Hoiho 8 of 13. Pouākai 2 of 4.
That might kind of speak to that difference of style. Pouākai love the driving kick. Hoiho kind of more their high-low, screen-to-screener actions and playing that thing inside out a bit more.
4-point game in favour of the hosts, who will meet the Tauranga Fire next Sunday's grand final. Dale, just hangs on a cylinder.
The numbers the other way for the Hoihos. Dale rushes back.
Edwards effectively open. Dale would have been marking up on her, but Jesse Edwards can't get it to go.
Yeah,
and now here's Whittle. Look out. Good luck stopping Marina Whittle.
A great wall-up to coast-to-coast layup.
Marina Whittle's up to 16.
Oh, cheeky by Gager there with the back poke.
And now Mike Shell.
Yeah, go on. Why not? I think Mike Shell's better off movement than she is with a catch and shoot.
And another timeout called. Largest lead of the afternoon for the Pouākai. So they hit 50. It's a 9-point game, 90 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, good time out there. Hoiho just kind of feeling that momentum shift. Settle things down. How do we want to finish this, like you said, 90 seconds out?
So 51-42. It was 27-26 in favour of the Southern Hoiho at quarter time. Shooting splits again. I mean, this is, you do wonder, Adam, I know the volume of threes we've got used to all season long for the Pouākai. Haven't quite seen them shoot at that efficiency for some time. 9 of 14 from downtown at a 64% clip. Marina Whittle, Bree Hall, Morgan Jaeger, they haven't missed from three. And Taylor Mikesell now, I believe she's up to 2 of 4.
Wow, yeah, Coach Stojkovic has to be happy with this shot selection. This team's even up and it's kind of showing. That being said, things that can get hot can also get cold, so it will be a tale of two halves, no doubt, but it's a great start for this Pouākai team to kind of finish that second quarter out here. I like the pressure up the court, though.
Low dart. Where did the Hoiho turn to? Late in the second quarter to head to halftime with a little bit of momentum. Simmons wasn't expecting the pass. Edwards there.
Simmons maybe wishing she just went up with that one herself, as I think 2 stayed with the big on that.
And another empty possession for the Southerners. Oh, lovely. Jaeger didn't get the finish. Thought she was fouled on the way up.
Transition defense for Pouākai has become a lot better. That being said, we're into a mismatch. Oh.
I'm going to say a travel.
Maybe 3 seconds.
3 seconds, excuse me.
Yeah, just not quite fast enough whipping that ball in there.
He's hoping for a timeout there, Coach Stojkovic. He did get it in at the bench. Just so.
Very polite to the bench, though. Let him know. Sorry, I'm in and out. Always grateful for our volunteers helping us out here on the bench. Do a great job here at Cowles. Potentially one of the last games here at Cowles.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
It could very well be the case, if not next week. It's a new indoor court and aquatic centre, Parakeore. Online next week, the Special Olympics to open things up, which is fantastic.
Yeah, as exciting as it will be being in that new facility, we'll definitely miss it here at Cowles. I think there's too many atmospheres like it, and some of the great games we've had here over the past few years, kind of all age groups and levels.
Yeah, great atmosphere here this afternoon too. It's just been the case all season long. Very much got in behind this Pouākai team, chasing that first ever chip. Both these two teams, in fact, have never been to the grand final, so. Seen quite a lot of these late in the half timeouts throughout the course of the season, Adam, from Alex Stojkovic.
Yeah, I think he figures, you lose it anyhow at the half, so you might as well kind of use it. And both teams also still have their player timeouts, so for that first half. So we'll see if that comes into use at all as well. Good pickup point here. I like that though, the Hoiho kind of up and in to start.
Jaeger again, crafty, rattles in. Just how it was drawn up, right? And we do have a double-digit lead. Plenty of time here for the Hoiho. But it is tough sledding for them every possession. Long rebound from Dart. She'll fire away again. Does it go? Shot clock's off. This would take the roof off Cowles. Mike Sell, step back three. No good. But what a half. Well, what a second quarter in particular from the Mainland Pouākai. 26 points in that second quarter, holding the Hoiho to 16 to lead 53-42. Marina Whittle, the league's leading scorer, leading the way here with 16 first half points. 8 for Hall, 7 for Jaeger. On the other side, Jacobs and Edwards with 9, Pizzi with 8. Let's get you to Adam Morgan. He's standing by with Morgan Jaeger.
Morgan kind of pulled away in that second quarter there a little bit. What was some of the things that helped you guys get up to that?
I think they're stopping them in transition and getting stopped and then running on them. That's what we're best at.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're trying to go to that high-low and try to kill you guys inside with their size. What are some things we can do to navigate that?
I think as best we can, like it's tough in transition, but we just got to find our mismatch, find our matchups, get our bigs on their bigs, so we can kind of eliminate that. But on the other end, if we're going small, we got to run on them.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of adjusting. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Trust our systems and processes and just do what was working in that first quarter, just getting it through hands, getting it back and forth, sides in and out, and then we'll be able to go from there.
Absolutely. And then stopping them kind of in the half court there, what are some key points that coaches may be saying you guys need to be able to tighten up a little bit?
I just think it's probably 2 things, just knowing personnel and rebounding. So we need to know who's shooting, who's driving, and adjusting to that, and then also just being able to secure the rebound so we can go and get buckets down the other end.
Absolutely. Hey, good luck with the second half.
Thank you, Adam. Half-time here at Cowles. Work to do for the Hoiho. Pouākai 20 minutes away, but still a lot of basketball ahead here on Sky Sport. It is the Pouākai who lead the Hoiho 53-42. Excuse us as we get hydrated. I hope you've enjoyed that first half of action. What was it about that second quarter that really stood out to you, Adam, in terms of the way the Pouākai were able to push clear?
I think Lil Dart kind of said it. Jaeger even kind of said it. It was that transition, and both teams started to do better in their transition, whether it's the offense, the defense, stopping the big, just sealing on the rim right down there because Pouākai didn't have the size to battle your Edwards and stuff as they sealed. And then the Pouākai just getting out and running themselves. Dart alluded to it. They just kind of need to stop that ball in transition and find your matchup so you can be assigned and get through your scout a little bit better. So anything stand out to you?
Well, I'm just wondering around the three-point shooting. So 9 of 15 for the Pouākai. So what were they in that second quarter? They were 5 of 7 from downtown. Yes, as mentioned, they shoot a high volume of them. I don't think they can quite sustain that level of efficiency. So if you're Todd Marshall, I feel like that'll be one of the words of encouragement to try and lift morale, perhaps just a touch, is going, hey, I don't think they're going to shoot 60% from 3 for the rest of this game. So we've got to live with some of the makes. Some of them are difficult, but let's just stay active, stay aggressive, and keep believing in what we've done all season long, because it's got us this far.
Yeah, law of averages you kind of alluded to. Like, keep our scout good stick hands, like over the ball. No need to jump, no need to panic. Just stick with our systems and what's kind of been getting it done. So I think you make a great point there. 5 of 7 though, that is impressive.
Certainly is.
These fans will be loving that.
Let's see if we can get a shot of some of this halftime entertainment here at Cowles too for our fans on TikTok. Some of the real stars of tomorrow getting involved here. I was just a bit distracted, sorry Adam, by some of the makes. What do we reckon? Sort of 8, 9 years of age perhaps? I'm terrible with this type of thing as someone who's got a 2-year-old and a 2-week-old.
Yeah, maybe some future
Certainly primary school level we're talking about.
Yeah, so maybe we're looking at end of 2030s for some potential Pouākai players.
Well, knowing you, given, you know, your college basketball, St Andrews, you're probably going to have the scout report out soon. No, we will rejoin our friends at Sky very shortly, but thanks as always for your company here on TikTok. Might try and get the TikTok feed up in the third quarter. If you do have any questions for Adam or I, we can answer in the next break. Half-time here at Cowles Stadium. Nick Bewley, Adam Morgan alongside the Pouākai leading 53-42 in the second semi-final. In that second quarter, Adam, we were just talking to our friends on the TikTok feed, but the way that the Pouākai have shot the basketball, that lady there, Marina Whittle, but a real collective effort. 9 of 15 from downtown. Whittle, Hall, Rogers, even Ava Jones making a 3 off the bench. Where do you feel like the confidence levels will be for both coaches? Because on the one hand, we're just sort of alluding there, can a team continue to shoot 60% from downtown over the course of 40 minutes? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like normally when I make a guess or an estimate of how a game will go, I often come off second worst. So I'd love to say the shooting's going to continue. But we are prepared for that, and I think it's, how do the Hoiho combat that? And it's probably just defending on a string, you know. If my girl kind of helps a little bit, or like my teammate, I got to stunt in that gap, and it's stunting the stunter, or help the helper, I guess we could say, just to kind of slow down those catch-and-shoot threes, because they are finding those shooters on the outside with ease.
One thing that almost worked in the Pouākai's advantage there in that second quarter was Charlotte Whitaker came out with a second foul. Pouākai went small, and the Hoiho didn't really find a way to combat that with their two bigs in Edwards and Pizzi. Can you see a rotation adjustment there for the Hoiho if this one continues to drift away and the Pouākai continue to stay hot playing this small ball style?
Yeah, that's a tough one because they don't exactly maybe have the length to also match Dale at the 5. Maybe it's a Richards or something you put on that and it allows you to play a little bit smaller, but I think for them it's do what's got you here, and it's kind of going into your two tall players, high-lowing it, and just see if you can start to maybe get some and-ones the old-fashioned way, or three-point plays the old-fashioned way with and-ones and O-boards. Use that size to your advantage.
Sal's season 2026 in the NBL coming up next year, of course. Get involved with that exclusive membership offer. Scan that QR code on your screen. It is all done 9 a.m. tomorrow, so do take advantage of that exclusive membership offer. Got to get another breakaway here on Sky. The second half coming up next. Let's go prediction time, Mr. Morgan. I know you love a prediction.
I think both teams will shoot less than their three-point percentage currently. That being no slight to even the Hoiho. I think 38.5% is actually quite good. 5 to 13.
Yep.
I'm pretty happy if I can have my team shoot 38%. But that scorching number on the other side. My prediction is it does not stay above 60% the rest of the game.
That is one of, if not the most conservative predictions you could have thought of.
All right, let's go a little bit further.
Second to that, I think Marina Whittle is going to end up with well over her average.
She's 4 points away from that, so I think that's a very good prediction as well. How do we feel about her going over 30?
She's done it once before. Well, 30 on the button against the Hoiho.
And I believe 28 last week.
28 last week, yep.
So we know she's capable.
The great thing about Marina Whittle is she'll never make it all about herself just to chase stats or stat padding. She's about winning.
I was about to say the best person who knows that prediction might be the Hoiho coach, who's going to have to decide, do we take away Whittle? And if they do take away Whittle scoring, well, she's going to find those kickouts. Or if they say, let's keep going one-on-one with that. And if they stay one-on-one with Whittle, I think 30-plus points could be in there for her.
Just trying to get the TikTok app going here. I don't know what we've got here. So the old algorithm for me is set up for sleep deprivation for parents of newborn children. So eventually I'll get it over to the Sky Sport feed, maybe in the third quarter.
It's all right. In this gym, there will be no sleep deprivation.
Yeah. I will not fall asleep here in the second half.
You're solving it right here.
This game is too good. Here we go, second half coming up very soon here at Cowles Stadium in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. Will it be more of the same of what we saw in that second quarter with the Pouākai pulling away for a double-digit lead? Or can the Southern Hoiho, just looking at their body language, Adam Morgan, doesn't look like slumped heads, slumped shoulders, a lot of discussion. Paige Bradley leading the communication. They'll have belief, but it starts now.
And Paige Bradley is someone who actually, as our first player to be in the 500-point, 250 assists in kind of league history there, breaking that record last week. She has 0 points tonight. She has affected the game in other ways, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. But look for Bradley to get going. I think if she gets going, now she's going to be able to operate of kind of picking apart the defense and throwing a little more passes. Maybe hitting her bigs underneath, out to shooters. But Bradley getting going in the second half for the Hoiho, I think, is an absolute must.
54% you say the Pouākai get the job done. 46% predicting a comeback here. Let's find out. As they go to Edwards. Whitaker back in, all the starters on the floor.
Whitaker making me very disciplined, and I'll pick up that third early.
Oh, what a pass.
Wow.
Money from Marina Whittle.
That's beautiful. Kind of realizing they chased Bree over the flare, and so she just curled it to the rim.
Bree Hall with 10 points. Jacobs. And a nice start to this one. Simmons off one leg.
Yeah, I think that's where that 2-foot finishing just comes into play. A little more balance, a little more option. Ooh.
And that's just a wayward pass, even if Bree Hall and Charlotte Whitaker thought it was tipped.
Barter card ref thinks otherwise.
Oh, and that is a real breakdown.
Maybe there's those basketball gods coming back.
Speaks to the pressure, though, from the Pouākai. They want to put this one away. Don't give the Hoiho a sniff.
Yeah, if you watched yesterday, you know a little bit too much about comebacks, so. making sure that you use this lead and maybe extend it. Meanwhile, Hoiho are going to be ready to cut into it. Good quick action. Ooh.
Again, trying at the finish. This Hall now. Jaeger. Dale. So much movement. Whitaker.
Again, play off 2 feet. There you go.
Dale gets the call. Many free throw attempts in that first half by the Pouākai, but they're going to get a couple here. And the foul going on Taylor Simmons. That's her second.
Dale just doing Dale things, getting the O board, earning some free throws.
So Adam, it was 39-38 to the Hoiho with 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Since then, it is a 17-3 run, if my maths is correct. 38 plus 17, 55. 39 plus 3 is 42.
Yeah, kind of a transition offense maybe dried up just a little bit, and it just hasn't given them that kind of same speed and spunk they had earlier of getting those quick actions inside.
Who can change it for the Hoiho? Bradley hasn't had a bucket all day.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, I like that screen, the screener action they run, kind of flex into that little pin down coming off, get him in rotation, spray the ball around.
Whittle. Simmons in her face, doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, you knew that was the answer coming back the second that hand wasn't up and she let that row.
Just extraordinary. But no surprise.
No.
Been tuning in all season long.
Just not the shot you're looking for, contested midi. Maybe one hard dribble, get yourself on the rim there.
The lead is 14. Hall now with a bit of separation. Leaves it short. Oh, but Whittle!
Hustle.
Oh, my goodness me.
Kind of back-to-back plays from her. I don't know how far a replay is going to go on that if we get one, but she pins in the kind of weak side defender to get Bree Hall the opening when that ball screen dies, and then stays engaged enough to jam up and throw that ball off. So we kind of laugh at her outrageous skill, but it's those in-between things that Whittle does too that just makes this crowd love her so much.
What can they do with this extra possession created by Marina Whittle's hustle? 5 on the shot clock. And a moving screen.
That'll be 3 on Dale.
And a little bit banged up there, Marina Whittle. Might have got a finger in the eye, which is not what the Pouākai wants. Corner of the shoulder, perhaps. Well, that'll be a new challenge for Marina Whittle, shooting with one eye open.
Think she's up to it?
I was just about to say, I wouldn't put it past her. As you mentioned, though, Adam, it is the third on Dale, so that sees her come out. Emma Rogers in. Simmons getting separation, and Jaeger couldn't help herself.
Yeah.
A potential three-point play here for Taylor Simmons.
It's a nice little wrinkle of Hoiho getting just more second, third side action of quickly whipping it for one more screen as opposed to just using your traditional high ball middle. Just kind of threw Jaeger out of place.
And does complete the three-point play. And just hanging on here within striking distance, the Hoiho. I'd love a couple of stops. Whitaker up high. Wants it back. Bit of extra space. Whittle. Oh my goodness me. Oh, but not getting back.
Yeah.
Fair play to the Hoiho.
As insane as the Pouākai play was, that's what the Hoiho need to just keep doing. Getting out and running, punishing them for kind of hanging behind.
Whittle's got 22. The lead is 12. Mike Sell. Jaeger screaming for it. Back of the iron. So there is a rare empty possession for the Pouākai. Oh, behind the back. Is that the play right now? I'm not so sure. 8th turnover for the Hoiho, but now the other way. Bradley. High off the backboard, doesn't go. It's just got a little bit helter-skelter in the last minute.
Which coach will be the first to break and call the timeout? Oh, we might be using, oh no.
What are they going to say here? They're going to say the foul is on Jessie Edwards. She copped a bit of contact in the face, excuse me, from the arm of Jaeger. Yeah. Let's take a second look here on the replay.
Just that elbow swinging back a bit.
Yeah, they're all tangled up.
Incidental. Playoff basketball, but incidental all the way, nonetheless.
So Dale back in on 3 fouls. And Rebecca Pizzian with Edwards taking a seat. And that full court pressure, nothing coming easy for the Hoiho, down by 14. Good strength.
Great bump, 2 feet, there it is.
A bit winded there, just wincing was McKenna Dale, who gets it now. Tough as old boots, though.
Oh, got to chase over. Ooh, good switch. Putting out that fire.
Jaeger saw Dale open in the corner, but couldn't get it to it. Now here come the Hoiho. There's that pace you wanted, Adam Morgan. Dart, step back 3.
Oh.
Was online, but shallow. Here's the trailer. Dale wants it back. Oh. That would have been massive for the Pouākai. Wants the screen. Jacobs from the elbow.
Not quite. Neither team seeming to be able to pull away or draw closer.
Yeah, that margin at halftime was 11. It's improved by 1 here. Jaeger again using that shoulder, that strength, getting that bump. Whitaker.
It's a battle on the glass. I think teams got to make sure they're doing a lot better, both sides boxing out right now. If one of these teams starts to hit the O boards, I think they could really create a good advantage.
Simmons cuts it to 10.
Yeah, players looking a little tired, just that pace picking up. Trying to find a place to catch the wind. Both teams ready to send a few subs in here.
Oh, it's been at a high intensity almost since the opening tip. And a lack of awareness. Oh, what do I know?
That corner's got some magic down there for this Pouākai team.
Here I was saying a lack of awareness about the shot clock situation. They used all 23.9 seconds of it there. Just a coach killer there for Todd Marshall, but a good response from Lillian Dart.
Yeah, Lily Dart, I really like the response she's had. 5 points in that first half. She's come out, being aggressive, looking for her stuff still.
It's almost so loud here at Cowles. Some of the players aren't hearing the calls, the actions. Jaeger slings it. Mike Shell from the other corner doesn't go. Whitaker with the reverse doesn't go.
Good find too by Jaeger.
And Jacobs the other way.
There it is, putting a little bit of life in that Hoiho bench. They're all up cheering for their teammate.
There is no shortage of belief in those Southern Hoiho players. They certainly know they're capable. As they cut the lead back to single digits. Claire Jacobs into double digits as well. She's got 11. Potential three-point play here. That was the third on Jaeger. So Jaeger's got 3, Dale's got 3 on the Pouākai side.
Yeah, that could add up come this fourth quarter, right? They're 7, 8 deep, I guess, since Jones has been inserted. But if they can kind of pick apart a few of these players and put them on the bench, that's a good advantage for Hoiho there.
And a real burst of energy in front of the Hoiho bench there to create that turnover.
Yeah, good efforts by Jacob fighting back to kind of front that and ends in an errant pass.
Good little burst this for the Southern Hoiho. Simmons, lovely finish from Taylor Simmons.
That's
She's
tough.
got 18. Coach Stojkovic wants a word.
Yeah, nice little veer kind of shot. Kind of talk about going off one versus going off two. She goes off one there, but takes her time and is just a little bit more on balance as she rises up over Jones there for that shot. So credit to her for making the tough finish. But we got a 6-point game again with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, the lead had got out to as many as 14 points here in this third quarter. After that, Marina Whittle make 2 minutes into the second half. So it's been a significant run here from the Southern Hoiho. 2-possession game all of a sudden.
Yeah, Coach Stojkovic kind of feeling that them drawing closer and wants to nip it in the butt before it gets any worse. Hoiho have to feel good about themselves too, kind of not letting go of that rope, just sticking around. An and one, a leak out, and then that tough finish there in the half court.
Well, they only had 15 points total in that second quarter. They've already eclipsed that up to 19 with 2:18 to play in the third. Big couple of minutes here.
Here we go. So no Dale in. That must put Jones at the 5. And here's the Ricky action. Oh, nice. Yeah. They do well doing that out of timeouts and free throws.
Can the Hoiho muster a response? They go to their hot hands. Simmons.
Good chest bump.
Richards fires away.
Ooh.
Wasn't far off. Loose ball.
Fighting for it. Love it.
Bradley.
Oh.
Not deferring on that occasion, but doesn't get the basket. Jones now. Just going to get another look at it. Ava Jones has got 5 points in the semi-final.
The young buck earning her stripes out here tonight. Dart. Ooh. Her second nothing but net, but not the kind you want. I think it's kind of those are the possessions you want to just keep attacking, see if you can find and explore through that shot clock. She had that advantage coming down that quick transition there.
They've done a really good job on Lil Dart, the Pouākai this afternoon. He's on 7 points, 17 minutes of action, 2 of 10 shooting as Hall almost gets the roll, but does get the call.
It's kind of something the Pouākai have gone away from. Went to Hall early in the first quarter, I believe. Getting her out of the corners on that right hand. Coming back to that off the splits is a nice little look to just keep getting that downhill penetration.
They're certainly being a little bit more selective in her shot choices. Bree Hall, I think we saw early on, just trying to find her feet within this Pouākai system.
Yeah.
Firing away and now just finding her rock.
Yeah, like you see it quite a bit, right? With imports, they come over, they're not used to the FIBA game, the shots we're looking for, not really being able to go one-on-one all the time. So I think it's a great point you highlight, just how well she's adapted to this FIBA game and more importantly, her Pouākai team style of play.
It's back out to a double-digit lead. It had got to 6. Oh, 5-0. Burst out of the timeout.
Tough floater.
Oh, silky from Jacobs.
Oh, beautiful chicken. Oh.
Marina Whittle can't believe it. We had the perfect angle of it here in commentary. It was right there. Almost didn't have to break her stride. Bree Hall. Does keep the door open here for the Hoiho to cut it back. And the 3 here would get it back to a 2-possession game. There is Dart.
Nice.
Lovely footwork. That deceleration, the bump.
Bump Euro, baby. We love it.
Shot clock's off. Mike Shell. I think they were expecting a 3. Oh, I can't believe the lay doesn't go.
Yeah, kind of good by her. Like, you know, thinking they're going to wind the clock down and then just reject the screen, get on the rim.
.7 left in this third. Couple of free throws at the Chemist Warehouse stripe here for Mike Shell.
Seven seconds. Heard Coach Stojkovic say maybe. Oh no, they're good. They don't need a foul here.
Dart downtown.
Maybe they should have. Maybe they should have fouled. Oh well.
Boy,
I don't mind.
Felt like Lillian Dart really needed that. Is that the spark the Hoiho desperately crave with 10 to go? A 6-point game. We've got a grandstand finish here at Cowles. Can't wait for the 4th quarter. Just getting the box scores in front of me. You had hoped to get TikTok working. You know, I assume everyone in the stadium is on the 4G because I'm struggling to get anything going here. But what about you in that 3rd quarter for the Hoiho? You know, given that little run that the Pouākai were able to muster, I think it was the best part of a 17-2 run from the back end of the 2nd quarter into the early stages of the 3rd. For them to put a stop to that and really come back into this one. What was the catalyst for you?
I think right there they were on 5 fast break points coming out of half. They got up to 13 there. So getting out and running, I think has been really good. Just finding those easy, quick opportunities. Bradley also, again, hasn't made a massive impact scoring-wise, up to 9 assists. So she's really kind of slicing and dicing that defense and getting her other teammates involved.
Well, fascinating 4th quarter and prospect here at Cowles Stadium in Christchurch in the 2nd semi-final. The GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League. It is the Pouākai by 6, but they did lead by as many as 14 there in that 3rd quarter. Momentum just ever so slightly with the visitors from the deep south. The pass in, Rogers to Whittle. He's up to 24.
Nice little play for Stojkovic there out of the timeout.
Good tip from Whittle. Active hands. And now here they come on the break. Oh, a little bit of confusion there. Or not. And 2 quick baskets. And that momentum now back with the Pouākai who lead by 10. Simmons trying to get to her spot. Work by Whitaker with the box out.
Yeah, good defensive possession there.
Involved in our MVP Good Health poll.
Oh.
A love for Claire Jacobs and Marina Whittle, 2 Australians. Simmons deserves a bit of And respect on her name too. 18 points, leading the way from a scoring perspective for the Hoiho. Big reason why they're still just 10 points away. Been very aggressive this afternoon.
Yeah, she's gritty. So just kind of watching her on the rebounding battle, defensively, she has a lot of fight, and I think that team's kind of vibing off that.
Hall catches Bradley in the air and glides to her spot and gets 2.
Pushing it to 12 now. We got Dale ready to check in again too.
Yeah, this is a 6-0 run to start the 4th. Oh, big time screen there from Simmons. She says it's a flop. Foul afterwards committed by the Pouākai. As Hall checks out, seems to be A-OK. Need something here, the Hoiho. Stay within touching distance. Jacobs can't get the roll. Whittaker fighting for the rebound. Whittle, a rare errant 3-point attempt from her. As Morgan Jaeger checks back in for Mike Sell. Whoever wins this one will host the final. Well, here at Cowles Stadium, if it is, say, with the Pouākai. Oh, down at the edge of centre and Dunedin. Get the Hoiho mount a comeback. How about that off balance from Claire Jacobs?
That was a needed basket too. Kind of stop the bleeding. Just keep him within that single, or I guess barely double digits. Good wall up. Dart's playing some good defense here down the stretch. I think that's helped her offensive game start to click.
Jacobs gets around Jaeger.
Good 2-foot stop, just couldn't get it to go. Look to push, maybe a 3-on-2 here.
A tip from Bradley just stymies the flow there from Dale and travel. Ten-point game. Right on the precipice here. Feels like for the Hoiho. A lot of basketball still to come, but do not want to see this lead get any further away than what it is, really.
It's a good look and patient offense by them, getting the mismatch they want, but just can't quite get it to go. Oh.
Dale, though, with the rebound.
Dale doing Dale things.
Asked to come off the bench this afternoon for the first time this season, McKenna Dale. It's her 6th rebound to go along with 10 points and 4 assists. Steal and a block for good measure as well.
Good basket there, Hoiho, just getting that score to keep ticking over.
Whittaker posting up.
Oh, yeah.
That is her bread and butter.
Pizzy looks very tired right now. Whittaker just really taking advantage of that.
Back out to a dozen. Jacob slings it. Foul on the way up by Marina Whittle.
Good kind of read there. Hoiho been trying to get to that kind of staggers or a little bit of an away action sort of, and so for her to just reject that back screen and go for the back door kind of open things up. So in turn, maybe it'll help them turning off the corner, see if they can get some more stuff downhill in future possessions.
That rebounding advantage starting to become evident now for the Pouākai. 38 rebounds to the Hoiho's 29. And when you consider too the amount of time they went small, just shows their hustle efforts. Bradley gets it back to 10. It's just felt like it's flirted in around 6 to 12 in the last 10 or so minutes of basketball. Love a stop here, the Hoiho. Dale, though, has other ideas. Pizzi. Oh, lovely finish from Beck Pizzi.
That was tricky.
Dale. Whitaker.
Loving Dale's playmaking right now. Here you go, Hoiho. Get out and run, see if you can keep this advantage.
It's a little bit caught in two minds there, though. Paige Bradley, in terms of doing it herself and facilitating. Simmons, though, she only knows one way this afternoon, and she's going to head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot two.
Yeah, I think Simmons just recognized Pouākai weren't in the matchups they wanted. They're kind of scrambling. You go here, where am I? And then before they figured it out, she's on the rim for some free throws. So 12-point game, 5 minutes to go. Far from over.
Oh, we saw that late in the third, how quickly it can turn. We saw yesterday how quickly things can turn. Fire booking their spot in the grand final there. Tauihi title defence. Just one win away. Down to 9. 5 to play. Dale. Back of the iron. Looked good off the hand.
They had that inside seal again.
Yeah, Edwards with the mismatch with Jaeger. He's picked it up a little early there. Claire Jacobs is Simmons.
Jaeger's doing an awesome job fighting inside right now. Oh, unlucky on the O-board. Tough bounce. Jaeger fighting for her life down there, just fronting the post, having the leverage. She's doing a really good job of just not giving up that clear advantage in the height.
So that's the 4th on Dale.
Whittle says, I'll happily check back in.
I think that's what McKenna Dale's upset about, in terms of she felt the foul might have been on Charlotte Whitaker. In fact, that's the 5th on Dale, where, look, we had in the stadium that she's been on 3, and all of a sudden, bang, bang.
The old double foul.
I don't think that was the case, but perhaps
No.
we just didn't have 4 fouls registered here at the stadium. So McKenna Dale's afternoon is done. And that'll be Pouākai possession.
Well, you kind of saw this 2 weeks ago against the Phi. Just down the stretch, their offense wasn't able to get organized in the crunch time, and it just hurt them on that road almost win they had against the Phi. I want to say about two rounds ago. So
Oh, great work by Pizzi.
good defense. Let's see what they can turn this into.
Bradley from the elbow.
Yeah.
Count it. Here they come.
Brings it to 7. Bradley seeing the ball go through the net now. Crowd getting into it.
It's just about to say, you can feel they need the support of their home fans. The Pouākai. Whittle. Oh, great work, Bradley. Jaeger. Oh, what a big time basket. In front of the Corporates. Gets it back to 10. Bradley with the response, no good. Morgan Jaeger working, scheming.
Hoiho need the stop here.
And get it back to Rogers just to settle things down. 6 on the clock. She'll go herself, Rogers.
Ooh.
With the offhand, I'm not disappointed in herself. She does draw the foul.
Yeah, interesting on the ball screen there. I think they're trying to potentially even ice her to stay on that right hand.
Dart comes back in. Quick sub for Jacobs.
Coach hoping to maybe get a quick offensive spark.
Great work from Hall. After the empty return at the free throw line from Rogers. Time on their side. Jaeger almost loses her footing. Gets a screen. Jaeger, everyone in the stadium telling her to put it up. Great work defensively from the Hoiho.
Yeah. Great job by Dart, just fighting over or under each screen, over each screen, staying engaged, not fouling.
10-point game. Got to go the Hoiho. Need a basket. They get it from their big Edwards.
Yeah, that's nice, being patient, attacking downhill, what they do best. Need to stop here now.
Cool heads required for the Pouākai. And reach out and grab a place in the grand final, but it's not going to come easy. The Hoiho won't let them have it.
3-on-2 here if they're good.
Dart,
That's
just
big.
who you want.
That's big.
To have the ball in her hands, and Coach Stojkovic says, I need a word.
Yeah.
5-point game. The comeback is on.
Little Dart with a little fire to get us going for this last 2 minutes. That's big. Hoiho really digging down defensively. Staying locked into their coverages and coming up with those kind of O boards, especially those ones that are bouncing around. Second, third chance opportunities. They're doing a really good job there.
And for Bradley, I believe that was her 10th assist. She's actually averaged 10 assists a game against the Pouākai this season. Had 14 the last time out, 30 in the regular season.
Dishing it out like ice cream.
Speaking of assists, our friends in the Cowles NBL will assist here. Membership weekend, it all comes to a close at 9 a.m. tomorrow. But an exclusive membership offer from our Cowles NBL teams ahead of season 2026. Scan that QR code there to get your team's unique exclusive membership offer ahead of season 2026. Wowee. 2 minutes, 8 seconds, 5-point game. The Hoiho are not done just yet.
Crowd feeling a little tense here, I think. Not as comfortable as they were with that 10 to 12 point lead.
Had to call a timeout there though, didn't he, Coach Stojkovic?
Absolutely. Get them settled. Figure out what it is you want to play through here.
And they are with,
most likely it's Whittle, right?
yeah, as you say, Adam, they are without that Swiss Army knife player in McKenna Dale here late after picking up that 5th foul. Jaeger, Whitaker again late in the clock. Whitaker's going to do it herself. The help comes from Simmons, but a foul.
Good show and go there by Whitaker, turning the corner, getting to her left hand. Just getting downhill.
Worked relentlessly on the rebounds again this afternoon, Charlotte Whitaker. So 11 rebounds, 23 minutes on court. Gets the first to go.
Coach Stojkovic kind of running maybe a hockey sub here with Jaeger. Get Rogers in for a breather. Put it right back out would be my guess. If I'm Hoiho, I'm going right at Rogers here. Get something inside, switch off a screen.
Second one doesn't go. It remains a 2-possession game. 1:44 to play. Dart there had a little bit of separation.
Yeah.
Thought she might have fired away. Bradley, Edwards. A tough shot, Jesse Edwards.
Great D. Whitaker standing strong.
Mike's out. Gets it to Whittle. They send the double team at her. Kicks it to Hall. This would be massive, and it is!
Stadium pop. That's big. And that's them probably, that trust they've built throughout the season, knowing in the big moments you can kick it to pretty much anybody who's out there on that floor and trust that they can hit the big three.
It's their 14th make from downtown. Pouākai, they're up there shooting at 60% at one stage there in the first half. 14 of 29, that is still elite, well ahead of their average. It could be the difference here today.
Yeah, just those three balls when they're worth 50% more than the two ball. It adds up over the course of the game, and right now for the Pouākai, it looks like a nice 9-point cushion.
Hall as well, close to what would be a new career high here in the Tauihi. She's got 16 on 6 of 10 shooting. She's had a couple of 18-point games. She's very much found her footing since being inserted into the starting 5 a couple of weeks ago. Second leading scorer for the Pouākai behind Marina Whittle, who's got 26. Now or never for the Hoiho. Simmons likes the matchup on Rogers.
That's good, good quick basket. Now here's that pressure.
Jaeger does ever so well to get over the half court.
50 seconds. Only a few possessions left here. Got to stay up and in.
A basket here for the Pouākai could be terminal for the Hoiho.
Oh,
the foul. Jacobs.
You'd like to see the ref just put his whistle away there. Touch foul, rotating out of the double team. Let the kids play.
It will be a side out of bounds. 14 seconds, of course. 42 seconds remain. 7 points the margin. It's that awkward little buffer for the Hoiho. Beyond 2 possessions. Stranger things have happened.
Oh, nice.
What a fight. Oh, and the foul! The vision, the execution, Pouākai perfection.
Great read there.
And there it is, 18 points for Hall, matching her career high. Cherry on top, timeout called. 10 points, 40 seconds. The smiles are evident, they know they're there. Just got to close it out from now, the Pouākai. And a first ever berth in a Tauihi Grand Final is theirs. A Tauihi Grand Final which would be back here next Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I think these Pouākai fans want to have that last Cowles game be a championship. They can sense it, 40 seconds left.
Oh, you got to feel for the Hoiho. They've had their moments, they had their chances. They got it back to 6 on a couple of occasions. Just couldn't find.
Couldn't get over that hump.
Yeah.
If I'm Hoiho now, you're looking for a quick shot, and you probably want to start playing the foul game now. Hope they miss some of those free throws. Most of your players aren't really in foul trouble either, so if you can just, see if the basketball gods play a role, put them at the line, and then get yourself some possessions without time coming off the clock.
So Bradley with Dart, Jacobs, Simmons and Pizzi back out there for the Hoiho. Pouākai with Rogers, Jaeger Hall, Whittle, and Whitaker.
I think look for maybe a screen-the-screener action for Dart coming off of this. Yeah, Dart lifting up right there, see if they can get to her. But good defense, Jaeger's there.
She goes from the ITM. It's got to that stage, hasn't it, unfortunately for the Hoiho, and putting up those low percentage attempts. Oh, loose from Jaeger. Get it back to the three-point line, they do. Jacobs, here we go. Timeout.
You never know. You never know, Nick. We could be in for a good one here. And I think that's important, though. I mean, maybe not the best shot by Dart, but getting a quick shot off as opposed to holding the ball. That turnover happens next possession, trying to go for the double team foul. Now we got 31 seconds. Pouākai ball. Be interesting to see if Stojkovic wants to advance the ball here or maybe keep it in the backcourt and try to shed some time off the clock. Not imagine Hoiho just go foul here. 7 points.
Marina Whittle, as things stand, your good health MVP. Hard to argue with, really. Another outstanding performance. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists.
About to say, kind of her and Whitaker have really held it down in that rebounding department for the Pouākai today, dealing with the double big lineup that the Hoiho kind of present. So just Whittle affecting the game in another area. Nothing new there.
So here we go. They've been very good out of the timeouts, the Pouākai, in terms of executing what's been drawn up. They've been able to problem solve on the fly.
So they'll advance here.
Here we go. Whittle with the inbound. 31 seconds. The margin is 7. Jaeger. And they go initially for the steal, but then they foul. Morgan Jaeger. Very good free throw shooter.
That's only 3 on Simmons, so most of these girls that are out there, Jacobs and Simmons 3, everyone else 2 or less.
So 2 makes here would push it out to 9. And there we go. And that's why you play the foul game.
It's a little bit silent in here right now, Nick.
Gets the second one to go.
And a little bit noisier.
8-point game. Dart downhill will want the screen and will fire. Here she goes. Lil Dart across.
You can't be giving her that space. The big has to be at the level of the screen there.
Hall, they'll foul straight away. Lil Dart is something else. And gee, there's words here. Bradley and Jaeger reacquainting themselves.
Just exchanging holiday pleasantries, I believe.
I don't know if they'll be on each other's Christmas card list, but these are big free throws, these, for Bree Hall. The margin is 5. Even if she only made 1 or 2, still cut and paste that previous play there. Dart gets downhill in the matter of seconds, makes a 3. Sounds like they'll call a timeout here. Either way, provided, of course, they were to collect the rebound if this was to miss. It does miss. No, they're going to go. Why not? Bradley needs to get it to Dart. Where is she? Jacobs, free. Claire Jacobs, wasn't far away.
That's
out
a great
of bounds.
Look. Great look. You know what? It's still not over.
Certainly isn't. I was looking at the Hoiho coaches, Tom Marshall and The assistants, for all money, I was convinced the timeout was coming. The BNZ player timeout here used. First of the day with 11.2 seconds to go. And you can still get involved and get a ticket to the big game next week. So scan that QR code for a chance to win. It's either going to be here in Christchurch next Sunday or in Dunedin if we have something rather spectacular here in the next couple of moments. Whittle will inbound.
Massive. Good defense. Good defense.
5 seconds. Oh my goodness.
And that might be off. Oh.
You could tell Jacobs was, the way she was angling her hand there, she was trying to tip it into Jaeger as it was.
Yeah, I hope we get that kind of boom, boom, like bounce off both fingertips. And Mike Sell coming in. Yeah, I like this. Now guards have to chase over. They can't steal any unders. It's going to be tougher for them to deny these inbounds.
Jaeger gets it locked up and fouled. So it was 1 or 2 in her last visit. Almost think here 2 makes, Adam, would be curtains.
Yeah, maybe even 1. Yep. Makes it a 3-possession game there. Oh.
They fight for the second.
It's a player, you want to use your player timeout here, I think, just to advance that ball.
As you say, though, that 1 make, there is the player timeout.
What did Reggie Miller do it in? How many seconds?
Oh, you tell me.
I want to say it was 8 points in 11 seconds. This team only needs 7. So maybe 9, 8 is enough. 8.6.
Only.
See if we get some magic here.
Surely the 1 player of the 5 on the floor you do not want the ball to touch is Lillian Dart.
Elevator screen for her. Yep, there you go. Just couldn't quite get it there. Touch action.
Jacobs almost off the backboard. Hall has it, and that is it. The Mainland Pouākai are into the Tauihi Grand Final, and they'll host it against the defending champion Tauranga Whai. They've beaten the Southern Hoiho 99-92. What a spectacular semi-final we've had at Cowles. And we will get one more in this gymnasium. Delight for those ladies in navy blue, despair for those in sky blue. And the Hoiho can hold their heads high. A tremendous season for them. Unfortunately falling in the penultimate hurdle. And what a game. We had one there, the last 2 meetings. The Hoiho over the Pouākai. But it's a reversal of fortunes here this afternoon. They made it incredibly difficult, the Hoiho. Just couldn't quite cut it. It's that really tricky margin. It's Marina Wood was dancing here in front of me, knowing that a grand final here at Cowles beckons. 26 points, 11 rebounds and 7 assists. Extraordinary output. Some in these parts south of the Cook Strait may argue she should have been the most valuable player. She won't care one iota. Her team is in the grand final and they'll host it too. And if you said pre-season, Pouākai Whai grand final, given the familiarity, given the off-season moves, both with coaches and players. Of course, Alex Stojkovic coaching the Phi to a grand final triumph last year, joining the Pouākai this year. He'll take on his former team in the big dance. I think we've got everything sorted for a bit of post-game reaction. Let's see if I'm getting the all clear from Adam Morgan. I think we're good to go. Let's get it to Adam.
Kai, going into a championship game. Ladies, talk to me about today. Talk to me about feelings just coming off the court there. I'll start with you, Bree.
It feels amazing. I mean, I know this was a really big deal for this franchise. This is the first time in franchise history that we have made it to the semis, right? Or going to the final. I like that. So it's a great feeling, and it's a great, even better feeling with great people.
Absolutely.
She said everything, but this team's really special, this crowd's really special, and it's good to get the dub in this stadium as well.
Yeah, you know the good news about that? We get one more here next week.
That's what we said. I said I'll see you guys next week.
All right, one last question. What do you want the fans to know out there for next week?
Come loud, come hungry, come angry. Let's get a freaking
Let's
dub.
go!
Let's go. Let's get a chip. Thanks, man.
All right, back to you, Nick. Thank you.
Don't know what quite to say there. It's not often something leaves me speechless, but they have been great additions to this Pouākai team and this Tauihi League. Marina Whittle, Bree Hall, what a significant contribution for her first 20-point game in the league, and it comes in a playoff. Big baskets down the stretch in particular. Here are our key stats courtesy of the Chemist Warehouses. Adam, looked like you, oh no, you didn't, you weren't unscathed there in that little, wasn't quite a Gatorade, what would you call it, just the water bottles?
Yeah, I'm getting scared of interviewing Marina Whittle, I think, is what it's coming down to. It's getting too dangerous out there. But yeah, a lot of excitement there, as you can tell. Great game. Just, yeah, Hoiho come up a little bit short, but I think they have to be proud, man. They played well. They played really well, just all the way to the buzzer. And I think that's what you love as a fan, too, when you come out. You want to be able to sit in your seat for that full game, not knowing what's going to happen.
I totally agree. And Hoiho had a couple of lean years where they haven't made the top four. And on any other year, you think, Adam, and I know we touched on this in the pregame, but they could have very easily hosted a semi-final. I mean, an identical regular season record to the Pouākai, who won that the right to host the semi-final by virtue of a superior overall points differential. We hark on all season long, all us commentators, about every basket counts, and so it proved here in season 2025. But yeah, a lot to like about the Hoiho. I know we have a bit of turnover with some of our imports usually, but I mean, Paige Bradley coming back. Really like the addition of Rebecca Pizzi. As I say, going to hold their heads high. On another day, things could have been totally different. There it is. One to go. The grand final. The 14th of December. 7 sleeps away. Pouākai Phi. And Adam, I was just mentioning as you walked over to interview Marina and Bree, imagine pre-season saying Alex Stojkovic, after his move from the Phi to the Pouākai, having won a chip with the Phi, would host the Phi in a grand final to try and end the prospect of a Phi back-to-back titles. It's
People might say it's scripted almost.
Yeah.
It's storybook.
It isn't, by the way.
It is not, no. It is an anything can happen type of league, as we've seen. And yeah, I think that Hoiho team, that was a team that came under new ownership mid-season, almost started things a little bit late. So to go toe-to-toe with this team here, but next week is going to be exciting.
It is going to be very exciting indeed as the fans make their way onto the court. You can see those championship banners in the background for the Canterbury Rams. May they hang one here for the Mainland Pouākai. We will find out in a week's time. Thank you so much for your company here on Sky Sport. Hope you enjoyed that one. It is the Pouākai. Too good for the Hoiho, 99-92.